Okay, it has been a very stressful last 15 minutes, but let's get started. Here we go. Hey folks, Drunken Homemaker here, and I am back. It's really exciting to be back. It's really exciting to get a chance to talk to, the 4 people that watch my videos. I have had a very stressful last 15 minutes because I was convinced that my lens was broken. It wasn't focusing. It was stiff. I couldn't move it. Thank goodness it was just like caught a little bit and I was able to fix it. But whew, that was a very stressful, because I was already like contemplating buying a new camera. And the idea of buying a lens along with that was just like a little too much for my little brain to handle. I'm going to stick with the camera. I'm going to stick with the equipment that I have until I grow my channel to a place where I feel comfortable making that investment. So anywho, let's get started on what the video is about. This is actually my second attempt at posting this video, so you can tell that I'm already like... But anywho, we're going to get started. It's going to be a great video. I'm going to be talking about my idea for my goals for this year, and the word that I've sort of chosen for this year is foundation. And the reason for that is because I feel like last year I accomplished a lot, I learned a lot, I did a lot of things creatively, and I pushed myself past my limits in a lot of ways. But I did it at great personal cost. I feel like health-wise, just like self-care-wise, I was ignoring what my body was telling me to do. I was sort of jeopardizing myself in a lot of ways. And in all aspects, like, physically, mentally, emotionally, there was just a lot of sacrifice last year. And it sort of made me want to get back to basics. The last time I spoke to you guys in May of 2018, I was in a really good place. Like, I was like feeling better. I even like I watched that video like the other day, and I was like, wow, like my skin looked great. Like I just like, you could tell that I was in a good place. And I think what happened was, and I very palpably made that decision to sort of be like, yeah, this isn't working. I don't have enough time to do the stuff that, like, I'm taking care of myself, so I'm just gonna stop doing that stuff, which is a very bad idea. Don't do that. You have to take care of yourself. That's how you can have enough energy to do the things that you want to do, right? So I think that I sacrificed my well-being last year to sort of get more stuff done, and it came at great sort of personal cost to me. So I think I'm going to do things differently this year, which is why it's called Foundation 2019, and I made a list of all my goals for this year. I don't have another battery charged and ready because I'm a hot mess today, but you know what? My makeup is dead, my hair is dead, so I'm feeling good about myself. And as you can see, I'm wearing very happy springy colors. The reason being, we are snowed in. It is snowy outside. So I decided to bring a little bit of spring into the forefront here. Okay, so let me just check on how we're doing. We're doing great. So the first thing, I explained what foundation was. For me, it's about building those habits in the year 2019 that are going to help me be productive and creative while still taking care of myself. I told you this is my second take of this video. This is why I'm forgetting to say things. So the way that I'm going to tackle resolutions this year is different from what I've done in the past. I did review my resolution sheet from last year and sort of realized like, oh, that's right. I had like 13 resolutions for last year and I completed all of probably 3 of them. And I think that the reason for that is that sometimes we start out the new year really gung-ho to like tackle our resolutions, and we're going to do this, and I'm going to floss daily, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and it's like a million things. And by the time March rolls around, we're not doing any of them. So what I decided to do is actually Mind Over Munch released a really, really awesome video that I will link to below, where she talks about monthly resolutions, and that kind of blew my mind. So I made sure to include monthly resolutions in my list. I want to work out at least 5 times a week. My exercise of choice. I was gonna say drug of choice, and then I felt like that was probably not appropriate. My workout of choice this year has been yoga. We started, me and my best friend started doing yoga with Adrian, and that has been going very well. I've been pretty consistent about doing it 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. And I'm really proud of that accomplishment, and I'm really happy that I chose to do that. And I chose to do that with someone who's so supportive and who's on her own journey. So it's really nice to sort of talk about it and talk about how it feels, how it's challenging, but it feels really good. And we're glad that we're doing this. So I'm very happy about that decision, and it's going very well so far. So kudos to that. I want to complete the KonMari method. We've actually started this one already. God, I would hope so. It's June. It is January 20th. I wish it was June 20th. It is January 20th. And me and my husband decided that this year was going to be the year that we did. And then, like, of course, tidying up comes out. Like, I think it came out January 1st. And we were like, at least I was like planning on, like, I'm gonna do the KonMari method, I'm gonna get rid of my stuff, and I'm going to get a new fresh start this year. And of course, tidying up comes out, and like everybody and their mother is doing it. So now I just seem like I'm trying to get on the bandwagon, but I promise you that I decided this like at the end of last year. I was just like, yeah, I really wanna do this. I read the book, it makes sense to me. I would really like to focus in on that. And of course, everybody is doing it. That's just kind of like how my life works sometimes, where it's just like, I have this brilliant idea, and then something comes out where it's like, oh, 5 other people have that idea, so you're the worst. And I'm like, oh, okay. Anywho, number 3, I'm so excited about number 3. I want to complete a new play. This has been something that's been very long in the making. I have had this idea for this play for a very long time, and I'm very, very excited about writing it. I've spent the last about, I would say probably year and a half doing research for this play, and I still, like, you know, me and my accountability buddy, we started this process with a different idea of how we were going to write, and that we were going to do this and that, and it just didn't end up working out that way. We started with the research aspect of it because we originally started outlining and stuff like that, and it just wasn't working out for us. We still realized that there was like a lot of stuff that we needed to research, so instead of making January the month of outlining, we decided to make January the month of research. I'm doing okay with that. I feel like work has been really, really crazy, so I'm trying to be kind with myself and sort of like give myself permission to, you know, have my days where I'm a little bit off. But that being said, I definitely want to make sure that I am doing everything in my power to get this play written by April. By April, I want to have a first draft of this play written. And that's a lot of pressure, but that's what we're here for, okay? I want to consistently do morning pages. This is something that I feel like will help me on my journey. I think I was really good about it last year, actually. It wasn't every day or anything like that, but it was definitely like enough where I felt like, oh, I'm getting something out of this. And it was just really nice. So January has been sort of the month of yoga, the month of establishing the habit of working out 5 times a week. Yeah, 5 times a week. And that's been going really, really nicely. So I'm really, really proud of the progress I've made in January with my resolution of working out 5 times a week. And to go to the monthly pages, or rather the morning pages, the monthly pages. The morning pages is going to be something that I focus in on probably in March, because for February I already decided that I want to tackle the next thing on my list. And the next thing on my list is I want to build a daily meditation practice. It's something that it really helps me. When I do my morning meditation, it just sets me up to have a great day. Like, even with the yoga, I feel like the yoga's great, and I feel wonderful, and I feel strong, and I feel like ready to take on anything. But when I add the meditation like right afterwards, it just completely takes it to another level where I feel so good. that I really wanted to make sure that I would, that I could do what I was setting my mind to, you know, and make sure that I'm doing what I say I'm gonna do. So the meditation practice is gonna be that for me, and that's probably gonna be next month. I've already started incorporating it after yoga, but I want to be mindful about about incorporating it after yoga, Monday through Friday at the very least. On the weekends I'll probably still be doing it. Just because weekends sounds like, for some balance in my life, it sounds like when I'm going to be doing most of my writing, which is exciting, but also I need to be mentally prepared for that. Okay. I want to upload 50 YouTube videos. That's a lot, but that does average out to about a video a week, which is something that I really wanted to hit last year. But there was just so much. Like I said, I gave up a lot last year. I gave up a lot last year to attain some of my goals. And this year is going to be a lot about balance and like taking care of myself first. So I know it's a lofty goal, but I do think that it's a worthwhile goal. And actually, I have an idea for another YouTube channel. I said actually weird. And actually, I have an idea for another YouTube channel that I think will help me meet that goal, because I have a lot of ideas for content for that one. This one is sort of like my personal channel, my personal brand, and I'm still figuring that out. Like I still, I really like focusing in on the goals, but like if you look at my videos that I've posted so far, the succulent video did amazing. And it's like, maybe I should post more about that because I don't see enough people posting like good, high quality videos like that. And it's something that I would love to see. So yeah, so maybe I'll focus on that. I want to stop picking at my face. My face is actually not too bad. At the end of last year, I was so stressed out that my face broke out, that I was basically destroying my face picking at it every single day. It was so bad. So I really want to be mindful about setting apart a month where every day I make sure that I can sort of cross off that from my calendar that I didn't pick at my face. And I think that's going to be really important in helping me along with this journey. The next thing that I want to tackle this year is I want to eat more vegetables than meat. It's just something that's like a personal choice. It's been really bizarre. Like we are a very carnivorous family. We do eat a lot of meat in this household. And it was something that I really kind of lately, like we've been having like, you know, eggs and sausages for breakfast. And it's been like I haven't been enjoying it. And so there's that aspect of it. There is the health aspect of it. There's the sustainability aspect of it. We try to be green where we can. We try to be like a earth-friendly family, an eco-friendly family whenever we can, in whatever ways that we can. And that seems like a good way to reduce our carbon footprint. So that's something that we want to tackle this year. I want to take care of myself better. That's not very specific, but it's just something that after last year, it's just, I'm just so hyper aware of how I wasn't taking good care of myself that I really, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to make sure to sort of put something out there for myself, to give myself something to aspire to. So yeah, taking care of myself better, not sacrificing my well-being for projects or people, or I don't know. It's just something that I know it seems like not very specific, but really asking myself, if I do this, is it going to be me taking care of myself, or is it going to be me sacrificing myself, or sacrificing my body, or sacrificing my mental health so that someone else or someone else is comfortable, or something gets done? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what I mean, but all I know is that I want to be better about that next year. I want to take vitamins daily. That is another monthly resolution that I feel like I can tackle and be very successful with. So yes, I want to make sure to dedicate a month to just taking my vitamins every single day and developing that habit for just every single day taking my vitamins. I think that's it. I feel better when I do it. I feel like have more energy, etc., etc. So yeah. This one says, I want to drink 2 mason jars of water daily. I think we're going to up it to 3 or 4. I might start with 2. I might make it 3. I might start with 3, actually. because I had two the other day and I was super dehydrated. One of the ways that I'm tricking myself into doing it is when I wake up in the morning, I have lemon water, and it tastes really nice. And it's one of the things that Amy Landino from AmyTV suggested, the lemon water. And honestly, it works. Like, you wouldn't think that it would taste very good and that it would be kind of harder to drink it, but like, it's delicious and it tastes really good and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, and I've also, it's weird because it looks like dirty bath water whenever you take it anywhere. So I've been getting a lot of weird looks from my coworkers when I walk in with my lemon water. They're just like, oh, delicious bath water you're drinking today, but it's lemon water, okay? I want to complete, hold on, I got too excited. I want to complete The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It's one of those books that was recommended to me by a few people actually, and then someone gave me a copy of it, and I really, really want to actually adamantly complete it and like do all the journaling and do the artist date and stuff like that. And go through that process for myself because I feel like it's really important. So what I'm planning on doing is to do that process after I'm done with like establishing exercise, meditation, morning pages for myself as a habit, and then maybe tackling that once I'm done with my first draft of my play in April, focusing on that, and then starting the rewrites for my play once I'm either done with that process or at least halfway through that process. And I think that that's a really good plan. So hopefully that works out. I want to read 25 books. Yeah, I've been noticing a lack of attention span in myself. I feel like I really have trouble focusing. I have trouble reading even. Like reading, I used to be such an avid reader as a child, and now I feel like I really struggle to focus, to like, you know, read stuff and to, this is so this is so not eloquent the way I'm expressing myself right now, but I feel like I was much better at reading and reading with comprehension when I was younger, that now I worry that maybe it's because of, you know, social media and like all the stuff that I'm doing on my phone all day, that I struggle with focusing, with a lack of focus in general. And so I think that reading and getting back to basics is really going to help me with that, even though I think I've completed 3 books this year so far, maybe 2. And 2 of them are audiobooks, which for me is better than reading on an ebook, personally. I don't know if that works better for people, but for me, reading an ebook, I just don't retain any of it. Maybe it's because it is like a regular screen, and I just don't, I don't know, I don't retain the information. I just kind of like, once I'm done reading it, it's gone. So I really want to focus on reading more physical books and listening to audiobooks, because I do feel like I retain a lot with audiobooks. Anywho, those are my things, my goals that I want to focus on for 2019. And there's a lot of them, but I also feel like they're doable, especially if I condense them down to very little chewable chunks. I think I'll be very successful. So hopefully you get something out of that. What I will try to do is do like a quick check-in once a month to sort of just check in and see like, how am I, you know, it's sort of like a thing for myself personally, like a self-evaluation thing of just checking in and saying, how am I doing on my goals? Am I staying focused? What kind of adjustments can I make to help myself be more successful next month? But also, it's just as an encouragement, if any of you want to do this, just take a moment, write down your goals, and make sure that you write down a few that like can be like one of those monthly resolutions, just like a new habit that you can form. Like if it is daily meditation, if it is working out 5 times a week, if it is taking your vitamins daily, whatever that is, getting to bed on time. That's like a huge one that I probably should have written down, but I've been pretty good about it so far. So not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. But I think that's everything for me. Please comment below if you have your resolutions that you're working on. Like this video if you want more content like this. I really am trying to gauge like what do people want to see. This is very sort of self-gratifying for me because I know that I can look back on this and enjoy it. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? My battery is running out, so I'm trying to cut it short here. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see the new content coming out. Like the video, and please comment below if you have New Year's resolutions that you're working on, and what you're tackling this year. And I still don't know what my sign out is. Okay. Bye.